The Slender Man is a chilling and modern myth that has captured the imagination of many. Born in the depths of internet folklore, this enigmatic and terrifying figure is said to haunt the darkest corners of our consciousness. The myth of the Slender Man centers around a tall, thin figure with unnaturally long arms and a featureless face, dressed in a black suit. In the deepest recesses of our nightmares, the legend of the Slender Man unfolds, a sinister force that preys upon the most vulnerable among us. Its chosen victims are often children and young adults, lured into its web of darkness with promises of unspeakable terror. The Slender Man, a name whispered in hushed tones, is said to dwell in the shadows of desolate forests, abandoned buildings, and forgotten corners of our world. The very presence of the Slender Man is suffused with malevolence, a palpable aura of dread that hangs in the air. Its form, tall and emaciated, is shrouded in a black suit that seems to absorb the light, rendering it an amalgamation of darkness itself. Where a face should be, there is nothing, a void that sends shivers down the spine of those unfortunate enough to gaze upon it. The Slender Man's supernatural abilities are the stuff of nightmares. With a mere glance, it can induce overwhelming paranoia, twisting the minds of its victims and planting seeds of fear that fester and grow. Its insidious influence reaches deep into the psyche, unraveling sanity and distorting reality. Memories become fragmented, eroded, or altogether erased, leaving behind a void where once stood the essence of a person. In the deepest recesses of our nightmares, the legend of the Slender Man unfolds, a sinister force that preys upon the most vulnerable among us. Its chosen victims are often children and young adults, lured into its web of darkness with promises of unspeakable terror. The Slender Man, a name whispered in hushed tones, is said to dwell in the shadows of desolate forests, abandoned buildings, and forgotten corners of our world. The very presence of the Slender Man is suffused with malevolence, a palpable aura of dread that hangs in the air. Its form, tall and emaciated, is shrouded in a black suit that seems to absorb the light, rendering it an amalgamation of darkness itself. Where a face should be, there is nothing, a void that sends shivers down the spine of those unfortunate enough to gaze upon it. The Slender Man's supernatural abilities are the stuff of nightmares. With a mere glance, it can induce overwhelming paranoia, twisting the minds of its victims and planting seeds of fear that fester and grow. Its insidious influence reaches deep into the psyche, unraveling sanity and distorting reality. Memories become fragmented, eroded, or altogether erased, leaving behind a void where once stood the essence of a person. Encounters with the Slender Man are chilling and life-altering. Witnesses speak of a profound sense of unease that washes over them, as if an invisible hand squeezes their heart with icy fingers. Its elongated limbs seem to defy the laws of nature, allowing it to move with unsettling grace and speed. The silence that accompanies its presence is deafening, the absence of sound amplifying the terror it instills. Those unfortunate enough to cross paths with the Slender Man are forever marked by the experience. Nightmares plague their sleep, haunting visions of the faceless entity that torments their subconscious. It is said that the Slender Man can infiltrate dreams, turning the sanctuary of slumber into a realm of relentless torment. Sleep becomes a treacherous journey into a realm where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. Perhaps most disturbing is the Slender Man's insatiable hunger for young souls. It thrives on the fear and anguish of its victims, feeding upon their essence until they are mere husks of their former selves. The psychological scars it inflicts are deep and everlasting, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurks beyond our understanding. The origins of the Slender Man are as elusive as the creature itself, lost in the murky depths of urban legends and online folklore. Some believe it to be an ancient entity, an embodiment of evil that has existed since time immemorial. Others contend that it is a tulpa, a thought form brought to life through the collective belief of those who fear it. In the dark corners of the internet, the legend of the Slender Man was born, a sinister creation that emerged from the depths of human imagination. It was in the year 2009 that an innocuous online contest sparked a firestorm of creativity, unleashing a malevolent entity that would haunt the collective consciousness for years to come. The contest, initially conceived as a harmless endeavor, invited participants to generate paranormal images. Little did they know that their creative submissions would give birth to a figure so terrifying, so deeply embedded in our nightmares, that it would take on a life of its own. It was within the realm of this contest that the iconic image of the Slender Man was first brought forth. A tall, faceless figure, draped in a suit, its elongated limbs reaching out to grasp the unsuspecting souls that crossed its path. As the image of the Slender Man spread throughout the online community, a sense of unease began to permeate the digital landscape. People became captivated by its enigmatic presence, drawn to its eerie allure like moths to a flickering flame. The figure, standing silently in the background of photographs, seemed to hold a strange power, a power that transcended the boundaries of pixels and screens, seeping into the collective consciousness of all who beheld it. From this point on, the Slender Man took on a life of its own. Stories began to surface, each more chilling than the last, recounting encounters with this enigmatic entity. Witnesses spoke of eerie encounters in the deep woods, where a tall, faceless figure stalked their every move. Others claimed to have glimpsed it lurking in the shadows of desolate streets, its presence palpable, its intentions unknown. Artwork depicting the Slender Man spread like wildfire, each artist adding their own nightmarish interpretation to the myth. Paintings and sketches revealed the creature in its full, horrifying glory, its tendrils reaching out, as if searching for its next victim, its featureless face inducing a nameless terror in all who gazed upon it. Soon, videos and short films emerged, capturing the attention and imagination of viewers worldwide. These cinematic creations took the form of found footage, documenting terrifying encounters with the Slender Man. They blurred the lines between reality and fiction, leaving viewers questioning the veracity of what they witnessed on their screens. The eerie soundtracks and suspenseful editing only served to heighten the sense of dread, as the legend of the Slender Man grew stronger with each passing frame. With its newfound digital presence, the Slender Man infiltrated popular culture, inspiring video games, alternate reality experiences, and even feature films. The myth became a phenomenon, captivating the imaginations of a generation, blurring the line between fact and fiction. But beneath the surface of this digital frenzy, the unease lingered, an unsettling feeling that perhaps the Slender Man was more than just a product of human invention. The Slender Man's influence extends beyond the digital realm. Numerous accounts tell of individuals who have experienced hallucinations, nightmares, and even psychological trauma after encountering the creature. Some claim that the Slender Man can manipulate reality itself, distorting perception and blurring the line between fact and fiction. In the annals of true terror, there exists a harrowing chapter that reveals the dark influence of the Slender Man, a chapter stained with the blood of a horrifying real-life incident that sent shockwaves through communities far and wide. It was in the year 2014 that the veil between myth and reality was gruesomely torn asunder, exposing the malevolent power of the Slender Man. Two young girls, their innocent faces a deceptive mask for the darkness that dwelled within, hatched a plan that would forever etch their names into the annals of infamy. Consumed by the insidious whispers of the Slender Man myth, they believed that appeasing this sinister entity would grant them power and favor. Driven by an unholy obsession, they embarked on a nightmarish journey that would leave an indelible mark on the fabric of their souls. Under the moon's sinister gaze, the girls ventured into the shadows, their trembling hearts pounding in tandem with the predatory footsteps that echoed around them. In the depths of their delusion, they sought to offer a sacrifice, a willing victim whose lifeblood would satiate the insatiable hunger of the Slender Man. Their trembling hands clasped tightly around the cold blade of betrayal, a tool they believed would bring them closer to their malevolent idol. With each step, their minds descended further into the abyss, their sanity unraveling like a frayed tapestry. They believed themselves chosen, conduits for the will of the Slender Man, blinded to the abominable act they were about to commit. And so, their innocent classmate, blissfully unaware of the horrors that awaited her, became the target of their twisted devotion. On that fateful night, innocence collided with darkness, leaving a trail of fear and devastation in its wake. As the blade sliced through the air, the victims' screams mingled with the echoes of their own tormented souls, an unholy symphony that reverberated through the very fabric of reality. The Slender Man, a specter of their own creation, bore witness to their atrocities, his silent presence permeating every chilling moment. This heinous act sent shockwaves through the community, an awakening to the potency of myth and the fragility of the human mind. It laid bare the terrifying truth that the boundaries between fiction and reality can blur with devastating consequences. The Slender Man had transcended its origins, reaching out from the darkest corners of the internet to ensnare the hearts and minds of those susceptible to its insidious allure. The tragic aftermath of this real-life encounter serves as a grim reminder of the depths to which the human psyche can sink when entangled in the web of supernatural fascination. It casts a long and chilling shadow, a stark testament to the power of myth and its potential to corrupt the innocent and vulnerable. While the origins of the Slender Man may be mired in speculation, one thing remains clear: its existence is a testament to the darkest depths of human imagination. It stands as a reminder of the potential horrors that lie just beyond the veil of our perception, lurking in the shadows, waiting to claim the unwary souls who dare to delve too deeply into the realms of the unknown. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more scary myths and legends, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more. I'll see you on our next spooky adventure.